dès sa promotion, sa protection et son ouverture au monde. Ainsi, devrons-nous avoir un rôle important dans le rapprochement des peuples et dans la mise en place de la paix grâce à la culture.
It's the oldest temple site in the world, and now we, all of us, are a part of this great adventure. Dear guests, Göbeklitepe is a temple complex which causes us to rethink completely what we know about humanity's history. In addition to changing our understanding of mankind's settled history, it asks questions about the very history of faith and religion. These temples, which were closed off and buried 1,000 years after being built, were once again brought into the light of day with the excavations which began in the year 1995. And now this site is one of the strongest candidates for the UNESCO World Heritage List. Now I would like to invite to the lectern Her Excellency General Director of UNESCO, Mrs. Irina Bokova, which works tirelessly for and contributes immensely to the recognition of our global heritage sites such as Göbeklitepe.
We are investigating one of the first worship centers of the world and following the initial traces of the settled life. The first steps of humanity were found in Oslo, and we are starting to walk through these steps. There are thousands of years cultural accumulation behind every custom. We have concentrated the interest of everyone to this region. The universities, statesmen, media, NGOs know very well the importance of developments in Göbeklitepe. We have received unlimited support from our
and I could testify for myself how you support also scientific research, how you support the engagement of the civil society, how you support also and invite the participation of the private sector, because we all know that heritage and culture, intercultural dialogue, tolerance, which is our mission at UNESCO, it's a responsibility of all society. Of course, governments have a particular responsibility, but in this, I would say, challenging, turbulent times, we need to alert the whole of society for protecting heritage, for passing it to the new generation. And what we say at UNESCO here, heritage, it's not just stones and bricks. Heritage.
Sa promotion, sa protection et son ouverture au monde. Ainsi, devrons-nous avoir un rôle important. Il est également très important et chargé de sens que nous réalisions cette rencontre sous l'égide de l'UNESCO, qui est défenseur des valeurs universelles et a une grande contribution à la paix et au dialogue international. Ce n'est pas la première fois que nous tentons de mettre en avant, bien que la géopolitique n'en soit pas favorable, les sites archéologiques dont la Turquie est dotée d'un très grand nombre de parts et d'autres son territoire. Et cela ne serait pas non plus la dernière fois. En effet, nous avons une approche universelle sur le patrimoine. Ce n'est nullement restreint par notre territoire, car il appartient à toute l'humanité.
Crime, vandalism of all sorts, terrorism of all sorts, not only the ones perpetrated here in France, but elsewhere in East and West, North and South, regardless of in whichever community, regardless of in whatever civilization it is perpetrated, it has to be condemned, isolated, and terminated. So that is why I think it is even more important today that whether it's through the civil society, or the governments, or the international organizations, or the corporate world, we have to unite our efforts to raise our voice through culture, through civilization.
But unlike many ancient places and hills which are called in our language as Tepe, and unlike many tumuluses which are called in our language Büyük, Arabic tell. This place did not become a subject of so-called black excavations. People assumed that it had to be something sanctuary, and so that, the place had been well preserved by nature and by the respect of the local people around. Professor Klaus Schmidt, after his excavations, took us the opportunity
to share it with the rest of the world. Thank you very much. Some of our friends and allies, some more advanced and more powerful countries, there are organizations sponsored by the private sector, but an association established by the most prominent, the most powerful, the most wealthy of a country, of the non-governmental society of a country, is actually a very inspiring issue. I roughly made a mathematical calculation of how much the corporate assets, material and financial, of those founding establishments who are represented in this room today. And when I came to the number of exceeding over